In the novel, I'm trying to salvage a way of thinking that has been lost. And that way of thinking was actually carried by and contained in the language. So, for instance, there were 16 different ways of describing the movement of water on a shore, or the sound made by water brushing against the shore and then recoiling. Shuichu is the word in Gaelic. So phonetically and semantically, this was a whole world. You know, there as one of my friends, Malcolm McGann, recently said in the title of one of his books, 33 words for a field. There are 33 words for a field in the language. Now, most of that I've transliterated. I mean, the book is 99.999% English, but I wanted it to carry the resonance of a language that is lost and that I'm trying to, in a way, salvage, revise, revisit through the English language while retaining certain sounds in Gaelic. So that's really what it's about. And it's also about salvaging not just the language, but a way of thinking, a way of being in community, and a way of believing. The heroine in the book, Maeve, a young woman of 17, is actually a faith healer. I mean, she's a healer, a natural healer. She's inherited this from her father. And she's caught in this dilemma of how to express her fidelity, her deep, almost atavistic fidelity to this healing power with water and herbs that goes back, and plants that goes back, hundreds of years, to the patron saint of the island, Bridget, who was originally a Celtic pagan goddess who then was Christianized and was called Mary of the Gaels, because she was as important, if not more important, than Mary, the mother of Jesus. So this sort of Celtic goddess saint, Bridget, is presiding over the island, which has her name. There's a well, a sacred well with healing water called Bridget's Well. And Maeve herself is visited again and again by the spirit of Bridget, which is in nature. It's not something in another world, like Western metaphysics or Platonism. It's not in another world, it's in this world. The divine is in the plants, the fish, the water, the sea, the sky, and other human beings, all living creatures. And this goes back to one of Ireland's earliest Celtic philosophers, John Scotus Erugena, in the 9th century, who said that God is a force running through all things. In Latin, the phrase was Deus currens, the God who runs like a current, like a river, like a stream, like a force field through all living sentient things. So that's the kind of spiritual life, which is a very natural life, that I'm trying to salvage, at least as a memory or a ghost, or maybe as a possibility for future living, giving a future to the past, because God knows in our ecological, environmental, climate crisis at the moment, we need alternative thinking about our relationship to nature.